what is the point of giving advanced information if you're not going to stick to it? Like, you may as well not give us the advanced information. Morning everyone, so it's Tuesday, 6:33, and I'm gonna get up soon because I need to go to school because I have 2 exams today, which I'm not very happy about. But you know, we've got to move. I've got English Lit this morning, which is the pre-1900s drama and poetry. And then I've got Sociology, which is families and beliefs. I left this here last night, so when I wake up in the morning I can read this. And it's basically some model answers that we annotated in the lesson of the 15 markers, just so I can see. I don't know why I'm so tired, because this is the time I normally wake up. But yeah, I'm gonna read some of these, then we're gonna get up and get ready for the day. Okay, morning everyone. So I already started this vlog, but I've come to do like a little chat. So it's 7 o'clock right now. My exam's in an hour and 45 minutes, and then I have another one at 1:30, and I'm feeling very, very nervous. English has never been my strong subject. I consistently get C's in English, and I got a B once, but English is a subject where I try so much, and I try and I try and I try, but I always seem to be getting the same grades, and I don't know what I can do to improve it. But you know, I talked to my teachers, I read lots of sample essays, I've been practicing different writing skills, and I think I've got pretty good, I'd like to say, but you know, I've just got to try again. And I don't know, English is one of those subjects where it frustrates me so much because I try so much, like I put all my effort into it. When I make points and I add context, I do the best that I can, but it never seems to work out. So I'm very nervous for that. And this afternoon I have sociology, which is stressing me out a lot. Families, I feel like I'm very confident with, and I could do okay just going in blind. But beliefs is one of those things where there are so many different topics that I can't even guess what they're going to be. Like, the 10 markers could be on birth rate, but it also could be on why there are more women in cults, or it could be like, how is religion defined? Like, there's so many options on what it could be that's making me very nervous.
Yeah, I'll think of more fun facts about you.
Guys, what were those exams? What the hell was going on in those exams? I can't even begin to explain how I feel. So I had English this morning, and that was a shambles. So this paper is pre-1900s drama and poetry, and you basically get, I don't know what, I think in my school, I think we do the least popular text option. For section 1, my school does Richard III, but according to what I've seen on Twitter, most schools are doing like Hamlet or Othello or something. And the extract question was okay. They did give us advanced information about what act it was coming from, but they basically did the beginning of scene 7, which is all right. There could have been much worse ones, like scene 6. It was okay. And then the section B, oh my god, the question was like, the office of kingship is continually valued in Richard III, something like that. And when I'm telling you guys, I read the phrase office of kingship and I was like, what does that mean? Like, I had absolutely no idea. And then I kind of broke it down and I thought to myself, okay, that means like being king. And I found the question a bit difficult at first, but then I kind of got into a flow. So I think I wrote a good essay, and I think I've kind of grasped the question, but it's not the best piece of work I've ever done. Then we move on to Chibson, which is, we do for, basically, I think most schools actually do completely different ones from what I've seen, but we do A Doll's House by Henrik Ibsen, and then The Merchant's Tale by Geoffrey Chaucer. So we call it Chibson. And that one, guys, there were 6 options for questions, and I can't even begin to describe how none of them were good options. And we were all talking about it after. And our teachers usually tell us before the comparison paper, there is always going to be 1 or 2 questions that apply to your text. And when all of us were going over the exam afterwards, we had all picked different questions. So we all got really panicked because they're like, oh, 1 or 2 suit your topic, but we as a collective answered all 6 questions. So that one was a bit annoying. I did question 10, which was about discipline, and I don't know if anybody else did that because I didn't hear anybody else say it. But I feel a lot more confident in Chibson than I do with Richard, which is kind of surprising because usually Chibson I feel like horrible afterwards. And with the Richard one, I was struggling to put adaptations in because it didn't fit into what I was writing, but I was like, have this knowledge, take it. And then for Chibson it was the same, like I had all my critics, and when you revise critics, yeah, you can revise 100 quotes, but if they're not relevant to your topic, it's just like, what's the point? So I was just like throwing them at them. I was like, here you go, I know this critic, have this one. So yeah, that was a bit shambolic. And then it gets worse. Oh, it gets worse. So Sociology Paper 2. So I was looking on Twitter last night to see what everyone was feeling, and everyone was kind of like, I did no revision, like I'm so nervous. I opened that paper. The first question on families, like you'd assume it was easy, but to me it made absolutely no sense because it was about increased life expectancy and the experience in childhood. And I was like, what does this mean? I was so confused. And I basically wrote a paragraph about like the defunding of like education and after school clubs and breakfast clubs. And I wrote like, because there's an aging population, more money is being spent on them and like getting carers and medicines than is being spent on school programs. And for my second paragraph, I wrote like, parents are working longer hours, so there's toxic childhood because kids are left alone and they have devices and all that stuff. And I talked to my teacher afterwards and he said like those are good points. And then the second one was about yes, okay, now I remember. I was trying to remember it for ages. It was about increased choice and like family structure, something like that. The item was alright, like that question was kind of calm. Then the 20 marker was about theories of the household. Again, like in advanced information they said it was either going to be theories or social policy, and they stuck to it like it was theories, which was fine. And then we go on to beliefs. I believe I failed. That's how I go with beliefs. The first 10 marker was about globalization, ethnic minorities and religion, and that was fine. Like I used a lot of my geography knowledge for that question more than my sociology knowledge. And then the second question was about social change and sects, and I was like, what does that mean? So I read the item, and it was about like, the item gave us 2 prompts, which was increased poverty and then like something about individuals. I don't know. I wrote that question. I think I wrote a good answer, but personally I didn't even understand the question. The 20 marker. Somebody tell me who wrote that beliefs 20 marker and had the audacity to think it was okay. Because I opened that paper and I'm scanning through them as I do, looking at all the questions. How do you define and measure beliefs and religion? I was like, you're joking. You're joking. I look at the thing and I'm just like, okay, I wrote a paragraph on substantive definition, functional definition, like the good and the bad about them and why it could be a problem, because the question was literally asking about problems. It was like, what is the problem with defining and measuring beliefs and religion or whatever? And advanced information said it was either going to be science or it was going to be beliefs and ideology. No, yeah. But they didn't do that because they just did beliefs, and instead of talking about the different types of beliefs, it was about measuring and defining beliefs, and I had absolutely no clue what to write. Like I was stuck for a good 2-3 minutes, which is a lot of time in an exam hall, and I was just so stressed because I did not know what to write. So I did a paragraph on substantive definition, and I was like, the problems with that is that it can be too exclusive and you can't have like all the problems I had was the sample is not going to be represented, because it was also about theories and methods, and we don't do that in paper 2. So anyway, I was like, across the whole thing with my 4 points I made, I was like, all of these mean that the sample is not going to be representative. So the first was substantive definition, and I was basically saying that if you use the substantive definition of religion, then that means you're going to be excluding a lot of religions. And then I gave the example of Buddhism because I pretty sure that I read in the textbook that they don't believe that they have the ultimate view and other people could be right. So I was like, if you use a substantive definition, you could be limiting millions of people who are Buddhists, and that means your definition is too exclusive. So I did the opposite. I did the functional definition, and I was like, that's way too inclusive, because you could talk about football hooliganism, you could talk about spaghetti monsters, like that's the example Sarah always used. And it's like, that one would be a problem because then you have the samples way too big. And then for measuring, I talked about people who attend church but don't believe, people who believe but don't attend. Then I talked about official statistics collected by churches. And I think that it was okay, but the question did not link to the advanced information. Like, what is the point? Like, what I don't understand, and they did this with paper 1 as well, what is the point of giving advanced information if you're not going to stick to it? Like, you may as well not give us the advanced information. And for paper 3, we're literally going to have to revise everything, because they're saying on the advanced information, yeah, we'll ask you this, but they don't ask that, or they do ask it in such a roundabout way that you don't recognize that that's what the question's about. And it was just so frustrating. And we were all talking about it afterwards, and I was looking at it online, and everyone had like the same consensus. Like, beliefs was ridiculous. Like, what is the point of revising the whole topic if they're going to ask us the most niche questions? Like, I literally think defining and measuring religion was like 3 or 4 bullet points, and they want us to write an entire 20 marker. Like, it's genuinely ridiculous at this point. But you know, we can't do anything about it now. I've got geography tomorrow, so I'm gonna have some dinner now. I think it's kind of early, it's like nearly 5, but I'm gonna have dinner. And then I'm so tired. In the last 10 minutes of that exam, like my hand was, I was like writing because I'd taken too long. Basically the way that I did it, and I probably shouldn't have done this, but I did all the 10 markers first, then the 20 markers. And it was fine, I got it all done. But my hand was writing so quickly. It was tired from this morning doing English as well. Thank you. And then the room was really hot, so I was tired. I generally was tired, and I could just feel myself falling asleep, and I was like, get it together immediately. But yeah, I'm gonna eat dinner. Until it's ready, I think I'm literally just gonna nap, and then revise for geography. I'm so fed up with exams. I just can't do it anymore. I can't do it, I'm so tired of them. They'll be done next week. Next week will be done. So yeah, that was really long. I've been filming for so long. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Morning, everyone. So today is Wednesday, day of the geography test, and I am very, very nervous. I feel like I'm not ready, but I've been revising. I've basically put more revision into my exams yesterday than today, because generally I'm more confident in geography. But then I woke up today and I was like, yeah, this is not going to go well. So Kiara, bestie Kiara, you guys need to understand that she is like, she's the best. So when our class were learning about the Middle East and all that conflict, I had COVID, Polly had COVID, another girl in our class had COVID. So we missed those lessons. And I tried to catch up, but it's very different doing the work by yourself than doing it in the lesson. She sent me voice notes this morning. Kiara sent me voice notes, and I was taking notes based on her voice notes. Do you know how nice that is? Like, we're not even gonna get into that because I love Kiara, bless her. But yeah, the plan is Leah left her PAG book or whatever at home, and she needs me to take it in to school for her today, because I'm going to come in anyway. So the plan was to go to school at 1, but I've decided that I'm going to leave the house at 9 just so I can get there early, get more done. Because if I don't, I will be getting back in that bed, and that is not a good idea. So the plan is I'm about to watch this video by Lara Hawkins, and she did like a detailed breakdown on health and human rights, and I started the first half yesterday, so I'm just going to watch the rest of it today, and I'm going to watch it while I'm getting ready, because we don't need to know everything, but I think it is pretty good to have knowledge of the whole thing so you can kind of tie your ideas together. But yeah, that's the plan for today. We're going to get ready, go to school. I'll see you guys when I'm having breakfast or when I'm leaving. Anyway, the exam is pretty soon. Out of 10, how confident do you feel? I'm giving myself like a 5.5.
God, can we go minus numbers?
No.
Then 1. 9. It's so bad. I give you.
Why are you jumping out then? Kiara's actually really prepared, I cannot lie. She is, she's been teaching us.
I'd say like a 4 to a 6.
I'm gonna go with
Okay.
a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I'm really nervous, like... Can you just say a final piece before we go?
In the name of the Father. I think we all need to say a prayer. As a Eucharistic minister.
prayer for you. Okay, Aoife, come say bye. We'll see you guys after.
Bye, hoes.
That's really rude.
Bye, loves.
Bye, we'll see you after the
Ciao.
exam.
She speaks Italian. I'm gonna say goodbye. Bye.
Ciao. Hey guys, so, Kiara, if you don't know Kiara, it's Kiara.
Okay, I've never been on a study vlog.
Yeah, you haven't because she's annoying. I'm going to talk about the geography exam because I haven't done it yet. So, in our school we do... What?
We have done the job.
I haven't talked about it yet.
Right.
So, in our school we do globalization, diverse places, and health, human rights, and superpowers. So, globalization was fine, right?
Yeah.
4 marker about promoting FDI. I wrote about
yeah, that's
free
the one I
market
did when I was-
liberalization.
Wasn't breathing.
Yeah, we'll get into Kiara afterwards. And then for the 12 market, it was about mobile and ICT.
Oh yeah, me and Maya, fun fact, had planned this.
Yeah.
At
The
home.
day when we were making burgers.
We were, yeah, and we were like, I came over to study and we planned a question that was exactly like it.
Yeah, it was the opposite way, but you still had to argue about that
Transport
and
as
transport.
well.
So I was like, overall this. And then it got into diverse places. There was one question about birth and fertility rate of these
Yeah,
places
I
in
can't
Bristol.
even remember writing that. I mean, I
And
remember it, but I don't remember
The
like,
question
anything.
was more just like common sense.
Yeah.
It was like, talk about the statistics. And the 6th marker was like, how would these change over time? So it was like a bit confusing, but it was fine. Local place. I did Cornwall.
I did St. John's Wood.
Because it said...
Wait, but you can do that, right? It's just
Because it
says
said
do your
either or, and then it said urban or rural. And I was like, okay, Cornwall.
Also, like, if I did St. John's Wood, they have to suck it up. Like
They don't know what's our local place.
Yeah, I chucked a few
And then
names.
did they
and
have a
few fake
12
dates in
marker?
there. In diverse places? No, they had a nice 20 marker though.
No, but was there an 8 marker or was it just 6?
There was an 8 marker. That's how I realised that the 20
Guys,
marker.
I have no idea what the 8 marker was.
The 8 marker was
20 marker was about demography and culture, I think. Kiara accidentally did the 20 marker for the wrong section of the paper. And I'll just say she had a panic attack in the exam room, outside the exam room where we
As
could hear
well?
everything. So she had a huge meltdown.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad for her anymore since I learned she's just
yeah, but
dumb.
she felt bad for me in the exam.
Yeah, I nearly cried in the exam hall. Me and
Oh.
Katrina sit. So the way we were sat was Kiara, Katrina, then me, which is kind of a coincidence. And then
Well,
she
it's not 'cause
starts.
our surnames are like that.
Well, no, because. Oh yeah. Superpowers was.
Superpowers was.
There was a maths question,
Oh yeah.
which again we did not get right.
I didn't do. I mean, to be fair, like, because I was freaking out saying I've lost so many points, no, and then
She just guessed.
I just guessed. I just wrote 25.
Guys, and I put the right answer. I put 34%, and then I was like, no, that seems too big, so I changed it to 13.
To be fair, I can't chat about any of this exam.
You couldn't stop. And then what was the 12 mark? Was it corruption?
Yeah, it was. Wait, what even was the question?
No, the 12 marker was about like resource demand.
Oh yeah, it was how resource demand changes policies in. Or
Stop saying policies.
policies.
She keeps saying policies. Policies was never brought
It
up.
was.
And then health and human rights.
What if I just expose my titties?
There
to
was.
the vlog?
Can you stop? There was one question about the European Convention of Human Rights, which I
Which-
revised
listen.
like 5 minutes before.
Yeah,
we
you're
left.
welcome. You're welcome. All these bitches were like, it's never gonna come on. It's never gonna. There's no point.
That was the 4 marker.
And I was like,
Yeah, you were right about
I mean,
that.
I wasn't, because I was.
She was crying.
But I
what
was-
were the other ones? So the 20 marker was as Kiara predicted as well. It was about military.
Yeah, it would have been such a bomb exam if
I
I.
put in the
hadn't,
vlog how you were giving me voice notes and I was taking notes.
Yay.
So it actually did come up.
Yeah, I told her I would have been on it. And then, if you guys want to know, the 20 marker for sovereignty was about IGOs and how they've solved economic issues
Yeah, that's
instead
so
of environmental
dumb that
issues.
you thought that was
I know,
the right
I was like,
question.
God damn, this is so difficult, and for what reason?
Yeah, she
and then,
really fumbled the bag with that one.
Yeah,
I can't
funny.
remember any other health and human rights questions. Overall, I think I preferred paper 1.
Same.
You stop. I think I did better in paper 1. I think I preferred paper
I'm
1.
not gonna lie, even though you know, that happened, I still think that I did better in paper 2.
But yeah, next Friday is geography paper 3, which
I can't be bothered.
that's my last exam,
I
so
don't
I'm
wanna-
just gonna be fed up by then.
I just don't want to do geography exams anymore. Like,
I know.
I'm so traumatized.
But at least, I mean, I'm gonna say at least this one's we never done before, but we've never done it before, which is a problem, but for another day. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Comment how your exams went. If you guys did the same ones, how you felt about it. Subscribe. Yeah, okay. See you next week. Bye.